Alright, boys and girls, now what we're going to do is derive the law of sines. So in this triangle, what I want you to notice, first, let's kind of ignore the height here. Notice that angle A is directly across from side A. Angle B is directly across from side B. Angle C is across from side C. The lowercase letters are the sides, the uppercase letters are the angles. Okay, and then we draw in this height. First, what we want to do is find the sine of angle A. So that's this left-hand right triangle. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse, so that should equal h over b. I want to get this in terms of height. I want to solve it for height, so I multiply the b over, and my height is equal to b times the sine of A. Okay, so here's our first equation. Now we're going to do the same thing on the right-hand side and find the sine of b. The sine of b equals, still opposite over hypotenuse. In this case, the hypotenuse is a, so that's h over little a. Multiply the a over so we can get what height is equal to, a times the sine of b. Here's the second equation. So take a look. Wouldn't you agree that since they're both equal to h, that these two things have to be equal to each other? I hope you do agree with that because it's a true statement. So I'm going to write that b times the sine of A equals a times the sine of b. And I'm going to turn this into proportion by dividing both sides by AB. When I do, on the left side, the a's cancel, and I have the sine of angle A over A equals, and then the a's cancel on the right side, sine of angle B over side B. Notice that this is very nice. It has the sine of the angle A over the side it's opposite, sine of B over the side it's opposite. This is 2/3 of the law of sines. Perhaps you can guess what the other 1/3 is going to look like. Let's derive that other third. So we've already talked about the A and the B, so we have to include C in this. So we draw in this other height. We'll call that one K. This again makes two right triangles. So let's find the sine of B again. This time it's going to be in terms of K. From B, K is the opposite side and C is the hypotenuse. So that should be K over C. Multiply the C over, so K is equal to C times the sine of B. First equation. For the second one, let's use the top tiny little right triangle, find the sine of angle C. That should be equal to, here's the opposite, the hypotenuse this time is B, so K over B. Do the same thing, K is equal to B times the sine of C. Since they're both equal to K, these two things have to be equal to each other. So I set them equal to each other. Sine of B, whoops, it's C times the sine of B equals B times the sine of C. Divide both sides by BC, both sides by BC. The C's will cancel, leaving me sine of B over B equals, this time the B's cancel, sine C over C. Now if I combine this equation with the previous equation, I get the law of sines as sine A over A equals sine B over B equals sine C over C.